Hello, welcome back to Our Haunted Nostalgia. Today I've got my guest Frank, and we're going to be talking about The Backrooms, one of the most popular pieces of contemporary modern media that's come out, and we're lucky enough to have come out on the internet, no less. And now it's getting like a giant Hollywood A24 movie. Isn't that right, Frank?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if folks have been watching the trailers, but it's not only one of the most exciting movies, at least for me, coming out this upcoming year, but I think one of the coolest stories, like from idea to ultimately being a Hollywood film, is pretty crazy.
You're familiar with the actual writer, aren't you? Or am I mistaken?
Yes, well, that's what I was referring to. Like, I think the craziest piece of this is this guy started on YouTube. You know what I mean? As like a passion project, and now he's getting a major motion picture.
His name was, I don't know his actual name, but I think the screen handle, I have it up on YouTube, is Kane Pixel, which I remember hearing something along the lines of he was like 16 or something along those lines when he originally started it, based off of, I think, a single image that was spread around either 4chan or like the Something Paranormal, like the Slender Man style horror forums. And like, the internet does what the internet does and spread it pretty quickly early on, and it's now just got a cult following that's kept it going this entire time. I remember hearing about it pretty early on. I haven't kept up with it. It's modern stuff, or it's more recent stuff. Have you?
No, I mean, I did watch like the YouTube videos that we're gonna watch. At least I assume the ones that we're gonna watch, I've seen a handful of times because I just think they're awesome. But outside of that, like, I don't know if I was living under a rock or what, but I didn't even realize that this was a serious movie. Like, unironically, the first time I heard that they were making a Backrooms movie, I thought someone was making a joke
Like
because
a
of
YouTube.
Markiplier.
Oh,
Do you remember when
okay.
Markiplier made the
The
Iron Lung movie?
Lung. Yes.
And I thought someone was like trying to fuck with me and be like, "Oh yeah, like they're making a fucking
Backrooms movie. They hired a 16-year-old. It's gonna be great."
Exactly.
And you're like, "There's no fucking shot anybody would actually greenlight this." But A24, being the current Hollywood darling that they are, just went, "Why don't we let them cook? Unironically, let them cook, and we're gonna see what the results are eventually." But let's go with. We're going to get this started in just a second, but if you enjoy what you're about to watch, or you've enjoyed us up to this point, you can absolutely reach us at ourhauntednostalgia@gmail.com, and make sure you reach out to us on Our Haunted Pod on most of our socials. We're on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts now. Make sure you leave us a good review, and...
Sound, camera,
rolling.
All right, and action.
I think one of the benefits that he had when designing the look of this is he went with like the 4x3 1990s handheld staticky VHS camera.
Yeah, cool.
So everything has enough of a filter on top of it that it not only looks good for what it is, but you don't really ever know what you're looking at. Like when it's around a corner, like, was that a creature? Was that a screen tear? Was that a visual distortion?
Well, dude, it's like Blair Witch is such an influential movie.
Hello?
And you look at this and it's like,
Hey guys.
this is them really taking into account. Like, dude, like the shaky cam, all of this is just so fucking awesome. But also, that this was made by a group of high school friends is so impressive. Like, dude, this is really awesome analog horror.
Just this visual alone of like the long empty hallway with the beams of light coming out of it. I know people hype up and joke about like liminality and liminal spaces and stuff like that, but you get not only like, it's like familiar in that it's like a setting that we're all comfortable with, but it has such an alien look to it. Like if you replaced the yellow wallpaper with like a Geiger style ribbed black textured wall, it could have just been out of Alien.
Yeah, for me, this invokes such a weird sense of nostalgia too, because I did work in retail, and we had, obviously not like an unending labyrinth of this, but like our back storage area had, for no reason, a random room that had like a dining room set in it with like 3 random chairs.
God,
And it was very much like this.
I can see the break room you're talking about right now
Anybody
with
hear me?
that exact drop ceiling texture
Hello?
to it.
Yep.
And the like the 2x4 fluorescent lights where you're just like, I want to just close my eyes and like relax for a second, but somehow the light is penetrating my eyelids. Like
Yeah.
my boss does not want me to relax even in the break room.
Dude, you want to know something even weirder about it? So in that back area, because obviously we were a retail store in like a strip mall, so like they have to have appropriate fire exits. Like, so there is an exit in the front of the store where like customers come in and out. But then like if there's an accident or something, there's also exits through the back, right? And they're all clearly labeled. But back in that room, there was like a fire quality door that wasn't
just had
labeled.
no
Dude, it opened to a fucking like a little closet.
warehouse.
It was like they built like
so,
another thing around it. It was so weird.
That's so strange. It's like when you see a door on the second floor where there used to be like a balcony or something, but they just like the balcony fell, or so they just like got rid of it. That's kind of shit. I remember the first time I saw that, I got goosebumps right now just like watching it again. The unsettling nature of that noise combined with its look, just like you only get a glimpse of it, it's like they combined Slender Man with Siren Head and threw it into like the King of Minos' maze. Like all of the most horrifying things you could possibly combine.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's like this is like the creepiest thing too, because
You're just lost.
when you're in this situation, you're lost, and like there's no right choice. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
should I just stay put right where I clip through because maybe I can get out, or should I wander, which is going to make me endlessly more lost, but maybe I find an exit. You know what I mean? It's like such a scary thing.
Yep. You brought up that term no clip, and I know that gets tossed around a lot in like backroom circles.
It's such a video game term
to use in real life. Yeah. This is the kind of stuff that I find horribly unsettling, where like the hallways are creepy. This gives me a sense of society, of like civilization that exists outside of just like a labyrinthian maze.
So there's a Jesse Eisenberg movie that I think you would absolutely hate in the best way. I think one of the things that I always think about when I watch these movies is like, what would happen if you would find just like a leaking faucet and like a half-filled fridge, and you're so desperate, you're like, I'm just gonna live here now because if I make more progress, I'm dead.
Yeah. Like you're just content. Like this is my life now. That dude. Speaking of fire exit that you're just gonna open up, like it just opens into a door, to a staircase to another fire exit.
Like obviously
Again,
there's a creature, so like that's horrifying. But like I mean,
like,
even without the creature, there's something about this that I just think is so creepy.
Even just the design and the way the creature moves, it isn't even necessarily alien, dude. It's just pure uncanny. Like it looks like it's moving at a frame rate that we don't move at. It looks like it's. Also, I want to point out, he got caught there, dude. I always thought that he fell through and no clipped here and then just died. That thing fucking ate him, it looks like.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he gets captured and the camera falls through.
Falls out, which is where the found footage aspect of it comes in. I don't know how much you kept up with the Backrooms YouTube series as it was coming out, but the way that a lot of them released, again, was ARG-esque, where this YouTube video was linked in the original Backrooms YouTube video description. So you'd have to go into the description and there would be an unlisted YouTube video that you'd have to click that link in order to get to, or somebody would have to send you that link in order for you to be able to watch it. You wouldn't be like right here, you wouldn't be able to access this YouTube video by just searching this tar file name in the search.
Oh, that's really
interesting.
bar.
This is the kind of imagery that you see where your brain, I think, is firing on all cylinders for its fight or flight response. There are so many corners, there are so many shadows, there's so many unfamiliar visuals that you can't quite feel comfortable in the location just yet, you know? It's
oh, wow, this is interesting because this reminds me of when there's like these liminal pool spaces. I don't know. I think I showed you. There's a video game called Pools.
Yeah, I have seen. You showed me that. One of the ways the Backrooms evolved because of the internet is the like SCP/Slender manification of it, where they turned it into a video game concept, a video game esque creation, and now the Backrooms has like levels and like locations that you go between, and the original yellow wallpaper is like the standard area you spawn into, quote unquote. And as you progress, you come across like, I think like the pool area, the apartment looking area, and I think these null zones are like the no clip areas that like Kane originally fell into. And
So,
like
dude,
this is
I have a crazy idea.
okay.
Backrooms meets the ashtray maze.
And dude, the entire time I've been
Imagine-
watching this,
Dude, imagine a video game
yeah.
that was an MMO, except the server was like, it was huge, and there was like literally 10 players in each instance, okay?
Okay.
And it's a fucking survival game, kind of like Sons of the Forest, but set in the back rooms, and you're just wandering fucking around. And not like there's tons of weapons and armor, like more so it's very barren.
Survival. Yeah,
So
like,
like
again,
you're
I think the
fighting and killing
Backrooms,
each other for like
yeah.
nothing.
I think
you know what I mean?
I think the Backrooms video games are like you're looking like your rewards are rope and ladders,
Yes,
and like markers.
exactly.
In a horror context, again, like if that was me and I woke up and that was I would assume I died in my sleep and I woke up in either purgatory or was some type of afterlife that I just have to suffer through for eternity now. Also, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Again, Kane made this, so it's obviously canon, but this is like where you put a SCP type foundation, a what's the foundation from Control called? Like
Federal Bureau of Control.
Yeah, the Federal
FBC.
Bureau of Control, where you have this larger organization doing something. We're not too sure. I can't tell if they were attempting to access the Backrooms, attempting to create the Backrooms, or attempting to punch a hole into whatever the Backrooms is.
Well, dude, think about it this way: if the Backrooms was real,
Yeah.
you know that these government powers would be like, if we could control the power, dude, it's a labyrinth where
Of
you could
infinite-
just, it's a pocket dimension,
Yeah.
which essentially could allow you to tell, if they could figure out where the entrance and exits are, you know, like actually map it,
Yep.
then they could reasonably teleport. And also they could store whatever in here. Like, dude, imagine right now, they need to, like, you have a horrible government, right? Tyrannical government that kidnaps people and puts you into a black site.
Yeah.
Imagine the fucking Backrooms as your...
This is where you start getting a little bit of the expanded, like, something is happening that isn't
Yeah,
just...
there's like, this is the
Yeah.
narrative coming in.
Mm-hmm. But we know what's happening to this people. Everyone else is like, oh no, this is just the runaways, gang violence, their kidnappings, whatever. It's like, no, these people are, the government knows what's going on. They just aren't telling anybody, because why would they?
What is this art even measuring?
The disappearance is 100%. Yeah, look, 1990 right now. And people don't talk about this enough. I know you're vibing with it 100%. Kane has a great sense for music in
Yes.
these videos.
Well, the sound design in general. Oh, this is actually such a good one. I remember this one now. Also, the thing, you know what I find incredibly creepy about this?
What's that?
These guys are in hazmat suits, so it just
Uh-huh.
makes me constantly think about, like,
What?
what if this entire environment is like toxic and asbestos
Yup.
ridden?
What if this is an organism? What if this is like this is how
Oh
it eats?
shit, yeah.
So the way I'm gonna explain it to you is, what if this is a mimic? What if this is a house mimic? Imagine, or a mansion mimic in D&D terms, and like the way it exists is it passes off as a haunted house or a haunted mansion that attracts a party of low-level adventurers, and like the way it subsists is by just like the constant stream of level 1 to 3 adventurers that keep wandering into it, trying to solve the mystery or whatever. What if the Backrooms is almost more like a Venus flytrap? Like the null zones are opening up, and like what you just described, the fact that it's infinite, or the fact that it's toxic, like whatever it did to that guy, is how it sustains itself, how it feeds itself. We talk about why video games don't naturally have the sense of liminality that they originally did back in the early, more limited era of game development.
Yeah.
But I think that limited era, like, people are obviously trying to replicate it now, even though they have the tools and they've been the processing power in order to make something like Red Dead Redemption 2. One of the key things that I keep noticing, regardless of its beauty, regardless of its scale, because of how much detail, because of how much attention there is to everything in that game, you don't get that inherent sense of liminality that you might have gotten in San Andreas. You know, like you turn an alley and it's trying its best to emulate a real world alley in
Yeah.
2004 or whatever, whenever that game came out. But what that ultimately ends up achieving is just you have 3 flat walls with a texture on it, and for some reason
Yeah.
there's like a dumpster, a single bicycle, and like a rain drain, and that's it in
They
the
have to
entirety
use
of
like
the alley.
almost, it's like not actual, but like video game equivalent of forced perspective.
Basically, yeah. We're like, oh,
You
I
know?
understand what this is supposed to be based off of these 3 objects. But the fact that there's only 3 and there's no like dripping water, there's no texture to the brick, there's no
Yeah.
added rubbish on the floor, and like that, like again, it wasn't scary at the time because that's all we could expect at the time. But it still kind of evoked that feeling, even if we didn't recognize it as liminality. It got rid of that San Andreas effect. You know, it was no longer like, oh, there are 3 people walking down the road and 2 cars, and that's supposed to elicit the concept of a crowded street. Now there are 50 NPCs and a dozen cars, just like in real life. It is just an actual crowded street, which is what I mean when I say like liminality now has to be purposefully put into games more often than it's accidentally put into games, which is why people go back and play these old Xbox era and Xbox 360 era games to experience like, or dude, original Mario 64, where every single area you go into, you're just unsettled because it was the first 3D game, so they had no idea what they're doing and accidentally made everything scary. Why is there like an endless dungeon labyrinth at the bottom of Princess Peach's castle? Why is there a stairway that just goes up 4 straight flights with nothing but a single door at the end? Like that's just unsettling in a real world context. But you don't question it in Mario 64.
Why don't they have the rope?
I'm unsure.
Dude,
I-
fuck that. I would never go in without the rope.
You think they're just, oh, there it is. You think they're just overconfident now? Like, we've been doing this for 3 weeks. This is just a normal Tuesday. I'm just clocking in, looking forward to getting home to the missus for the TV dinner. Because this is the early 2000s or the 90s, so TV dinners are still popular.
Hungry man, popping off.
Dude, adult Lunchables? Absolutely. See, this is what I mean by, like, is the Backrooms alive, and is its goal to consume, to kill, to
Hey guys, can you hear this?
whatever that is.
Fuck. Dude, imagine.
But that's what I mean, where I don't think when Kane originally fell in that first episode, or no-clipped, I don't think it, like, again, his friends didn't see him, like, fall through the floor. That's what happened. Like, to him, he just, like, you know, appeared somewhere, and to his friends, he just vanished all of a sudden. Oh, we've entered the Cabela's portion of the Backrooms.
This is the Cabela. Oh, dude, see, like, this is what
Just
I mean.
like an axe, just like that's
Like,
what you're
that would
fighting
be like
for.
an S tier pickup. You'd be
Yeah.
like, holy shit, I got a fucking axe.
Now, any fight I get into, I'm going to win. So, but like, you don't want to get into a fight.
Oh my god, he got the wheelbarrow that triples his loot box.
His loot carrying capacity. Again, this one elicits less of a sensation of fear like the first one. I'm sure he's going to get attacked or chased or whatever the hell, right? But he's taking this way more casually than Kane did in episode 1.
Dude, I would be flipping. I would just be running.
Me too.
I would get myself killed instantly because I would be running for my life.
Again, this is, I think, what you're talking about, where your old place of work would just have, like, a door here for some reason, and you go, like, this is an exit? And then it, for some reason, just opens into a singular room. Ooh. Oh, no, see, that's bad because the scary things react to sound, right?
I don't know. I almost feel bad for the monsters, too.
Because they're just trapped in an infinite...
Dude, imagine you were trapped in a fucking infinite, like, looping corridor.
One of the theories that I remember hearing was the monster, like, that what the monsters are, that's just what happens to you when you're stuck here long enough. So I guess right now they're either trying to map the Backrooms, or it's like a what's like a quantum physics type deal where it being monitored or witnessed affects the way it exists. Oh, those are our boys. Yeah.
This with his briefcase. Kill. Calm as a cucumber.
Noise detected. Threshold
Oh,
barrier.
fuck.
Closed.
So they locked him in there?
Mm-hmm. Oh, so I think what that confirms is they can actively close that opening that they created. So they can like lock, quote unquote, the door if they think something is trying to get out. And the scary part is, again, like this is magic, sci-fi, woohoo, scary stuff. You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen if something from this dimension gets into ours. Like, we die when we go into their dimension. Who fucking knows what happens if one of these things gets loose in ours? I always like to imagine stuff like this, like the interpretations of the Backrooms, as like, again, modern mythology or the modern version of that classical haunted forest, where the concept is like, don't go into that forest, you fucking nobody comes back. And the obvious real life reason is because it's really confusing. Everything looks exactly the same, and there are hostile predators inside of it. That's terrifying.
Well, also, though, just think about, like, bushwhacking. So not hiking, because hiking's on a trail. Before the creation of trails, you're bushwhacking. You could be bushwhacking and get so easily lost.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, like, oh, fuck, I just rolled my ankle. Well, guess what? You're so
fucked.
likely to get...
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck is that?
Don't know. Honestly, to me, it looks like the lower half of a human. Like, it's... What I was saying was, I think that's one of the main reasons why the original Slender Man video game and, like, the type of games that came of it were popular. Because they were liminal, they were scary, everything was dark as shit so you could barely see. But also, one of the main gimmicks was, like, you can't look at the monster in this context. Like normally your first instinct in a horror video game is to try to keep an eye on whatever the creature is, so you know where you need to be to make sure you're not near it. But the point of the Slender Man game was looking at him as a problem, so you're not even allowed to know where he is. You're not allowed to know if he's 2 feet behind you, 12 feet behind you, and even if you know not to look at it, that human instinct to turn around has gotten so many Let's Players. It's just natural.
They're like, we could turn this into a source of infinite energy.
Or whatever this is
what's powering those fluorescent lights?
Well, I was about to say, I think this looks more like they're creating something that generates enough electricity or energy to break into the dimension of the Backrooms. Like they're making enough energy it's possible to do that.
It's just insane that this guy was making this shit like at his house.
He was also making it within the span of like weeks.
Also, though, genius use of like green screens and things, because all this stuff looks very good.
Mm-hmm.
Like this guy's in the foreground. I'm sure that's all green screen.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You can see the budget because for some reason the doctor's wearing skinny jeans.
I was just about to say
that's how you know they're 17.
Yeah, I was gonna say, these are fucking kids because they're like, okay, we need to dress like adults. Like an unironed blue collar shirt and washed blue jeans is for some reason their business casual attire.
Keep in mind, this is also like the biggest, most top secret government thing ever. Like these are the most elite scientists.
Jim walks up in sandals and
Exactly.
knee-high khakis. Oh, look, it's the G-Man. I think that is actually just the G-Man from Half-Life.
Oh fuck! What is this? Like a mirror into? Oh no.
No, that's just
somebody already in there. Why isn't he wearing any protection?
Maybe this is the part where they're just like, okay, we've got this contained. This is our like little observation area. We know it's safe, quote unquote, in here.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm still not going in there without a hazmat.
Well, that reminds me of Stranger Things. Like as the seasons went by, I remember how scary the original Upside Down used to be because it was like you got to wear a hazmat.
Then they were just all running around.
Mm-hmm, no helmets, no nothing. No one's worried about it. I assume they're all gonna get cancer and die by age 50. Except all the adults who got cancer and are going to die by age 90, but it won't matter by that point.
What day will the tour be over?
Oh, see, that's really a cool thing. So they
idea.
built like a
Yeah.
path so you can find your way back.
Dude, speaking of liminality, I think one of the best examples I can think of, and I'm excited to experience it with you later this year, actually this summer. Halo CE has a level called the Library, where the main premise of it is just a confusing, winding 3-story maze, and unironically, almost everything looks exactly the same. Even if it isn't necessarily the same layout or the same models, like the architecture and style is so confusing that you just get turned around, and it's even worse.
They did that in Elden Ring too.
Oh yeah,
The
100%.
one
In
dungeon
several of
is
the
like a
dungeons.
mirror
Yeah.
so you're like, wait,
Yep.
am I in this? Did I go backwards?
Same
What
area.
the
Yep.
fuck?
That is 100. That is the exact feeling that it happens, because there are parts in that level, the library, where the way you're supposed to progress is like you're walking and there's like a hole in the ground, and the hole has a tunnel leading into it, and that tunnel goes like a different direction for 50 100 feet, and then turns a different direction for 50 100 feet, and that's how you progress. But like your natural gamer instinct is to keep walking forward, so you pass by the tunnel and you keep going forward, and it looks like the hallway is continuing. There's another turn and it looks like it's continuing, and then there's just a dead end and no explanation of what you're supposed to do or where to go from that point onward, right? But the remake in 2011, they knew the problem that people had with the original, so they just put glowing arrows on the floor pointing the direction you're supposed to go the entire way, so people don't get confused. And I honestly kind of hope that isn't in the new remake that's coming out this summer, just to give modern gamers a little bit of that experience of just like that liminality of like, oh my god, the flood is everywhere and I don't know where to go right now.
Dude, fuck that.
I like that your entire
Don't
response, the entire time, you're just so unconfident in your own sense of direction and balance that any hazard would get you in the back rooms.
Don't recognize it again.
Like
I'm
I
not
could
a
get to
balanced
that.
guy. I'm
Like
not a
I could,
balanced person.
like I could get to that and basically not worry the entire time.
I would just have to crawl across.
I'm gonna keep nerding out over Halo, right? But another sense of like that liminal infinality of early games. In I don't know what that was in 2001 with CE. It was limited technology. Oh, there you go.
That's me.
Hey, at least there was a floor. One of those creatures just starts running down the hall. But in 2001, I mean, the game had obvious technical limitations, and you see it in some of the levels later on. But there are moments like that where you enter a structure, you're crossing a bridge, you look down, and it's a video game, I'm sure there's a bottom, but it's just an endless pit. It's just an endless pit into darkness or fog, and there is no explanation as to why it exists, and you later find out, because of the way Halo is designed, that endless pit is endless. Like, it could potentially go for kilometers into the Halo ring before you hit anything.
Oh, fuck that.
I don't know.
Dude, again, if this is using the mimic analogy, but like if this place is alive, I hate that that's tilted. Could it be the Backrooms making that noise to lure him further away from safety?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, that is so
Dude.
unsettling. Oh, is that a sky?
Why the fuck?
The left hallway,
Oh, he went into it?
under the gap in the wall.
You need to stay at the hole. George will be back any minute, then we can assess the situation from there.
Yeah, it's also. Why is it red? Dude, I have been in.
Right about the noise.
Again, driving late at night and gone into like small back roads or turnarounds where they have like an emergency light for some reason that's bright red, and it'll just illuminate a small portion of the road, and your brain just goes, am I about to get murdered? This is the beginning of a horror movie.
Can you hear me?
What are you doing?
Is it pretending to make fucking trees and
I
stars?
know how to get back. It's fine.
Like, is that actual wood?
Keep us posted.
See, this is where the people start taking the inspiration for like the Backrooms video games being like levels that you almost have to go through.
Odd.
There
Dude, what the fuck?
This is what I like.
Actually,
Where
if there is a video game dev that's listening to this and they're like, I'm gonna make that survival MMO Backrooms game, this is what the item should be. Like, they shouldn't have a clear purpose most of the time. It should be like, oh, I found fucking 7 street signs.
street side. What do you hear?
Yeah.
Dude, this guy is still
Why is
going.
he continuing? Turn
my
around.
my brain the entire time would just be like, is this shit gonna change if I turn up? Like, am I gonna be walking backwards? And you know how my brain works when like I navigate. I don't think about directions. I do landmarks. I would turn around and be like, why are none of the landmarks the same? What is
Okay,
going
so
on?
here's something that I've learned about our friend group.
I think I'm
Okay.
Just stand by.
Why the hell is everyone? I don't know if Max is as well, but I suspect he might be. But literally everybody else is
Except you.
completely directionally clueless. It
Yep.
blows my mind. I'm like, yeah, it's over on this street, and they're like, I have no
Nope.
idea what street it is. I'm like, dude, how
Nope.
the fuck don't you know?
Never paid attention. I've been in areas like this. I think I've told you I broke into the abandoned brewery in our city story, where you end up in a room that looks like this, and you're just like, oh my god, there's specifically 3 chairs, a couple of cardboard sheets in a corner with a water bottle. Like, somebody
The
is
sad
living
thing
here.
is, there's probably homeless people
Yeah,
there.
exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly,
Struggling
but, like,
and trying
but-
to survive.
But that's why this is scary. I mean, that's scary because there's the potential of
Can you hear me?
danger from an actual person. This is like, I don't, the mystical nature of the Backrooms is trying to get to me.
That's not a person.
Oh no!
That is not a fucking person.
Oh, of course he would trip like a.
I know, right?
There was a door at some point. I feel like he should be closing some
Dude,
of those.
this
That
guy
thing,
is-
that thing definitely doesn't have fingers. This is
But
so
also,
funny
like,
to
think
me.
about it, like, maybe these monsters are just so incredibly lonely. You know what I mean?
Or,
Like,
or again, mentally tortured. If that thing is human, because it was calling out with a human voice, it could just be a person trapped in whatever that thing's form is now, screaming out for something to help it, whether that be killing it or whatever. I'm amazed he got back safely. But like,
yeah,
now
they
what?
blew the fucking way.
Gonna take a moment. Grab it like, yeah, hold it. Okay.
There's no rope.
There's also something is getting to him.
Stand clear. We're shutting it down.
What is it?
It's just a rope for them to be able to pull him up. All right. Look at the squad.
It's crazy to me though that they don't bring like weapons in.
Again, this is just actually a location, which is appreciative.
Well, the good thing about the Backrooms is the Backrooms is actually really easy to find
shoot,
funny
yeah.
locations for, because the whole point is it's just weird liminal corporate offices and hallways.
It's interesting. I think
Part of the genius of this, honestly.
I think the internet managed to track down the original location that the first Backrooms photo was originally taken at. I'm sure you're familiar with it. The original, you know, sometimes you clip the reality
yep.
and end up in the Backrooms.
Mhm.
It was just an empty back Hobby Lobby, I think is what it was. Oh, they just made their own little observation. Wait, no, is this the observation area that the other guy stumbled into earlier?
No, I don't think so. Well, I mean, they're clearly building things inside
Mm-hmm.
the Backrooms. Maybe this is like the territory that they feel is safe, and they blocked off.
I'm curious what their goal is aside from exploration. Is it expansion? Is it like we could live in here? We could harvest it for resources. We can.
Fuck living in that. Oh my
I mean,
God.
yeah, but you know the government would try.
Oh,
is
one
it-
of the
is it-
creatures got out.
Oh, I was just about to say, is a car gonna no clip? Also, I was wrong about no clipping. That thing genuinely just disappeared into the floor. I do love this old corporate style 90s. This was brought to you by Async. Whatever happened to that voiceover guy? I feel like that guy got so much work in the 90s, and then I never heard him after 2004.
Probably because he retired, bro.
Yeah,
He
that's
got so
true.
much work.
Yeah. Oh, too soon, too soon, too soon. Sir, another Backrooms has hit the towers.
That have completely reshaped life as we know it. But with all of this growth comes a number of undesirable byproducts. Byproducts that, if left unchecked, have the potential to irreversibly scar our modern world.
I like that because
As
Kane
human
Pixel
expansion
is Gen
projected
Z.
to increase exponentially in the
Even
coming
his
decades,
scary
we must
analog
account for
horror
these
movie
never-before-faced
series,
challenges
it was
in
just like,
ways equally
guys,
never before
climate change is
considered.
bad.
Here at Async, we believe we have
Are they just gonna
found
put
a
all of the
solution.
pollution into the back rooms?
The low
How
proximity
would you even
magnetic
do that?
distortion system.
You just like work
Well, like, let's say
every
they have
single
toxic
pipe.
waste, just dump it
Just
in
put
there.
it in the back. I was gonna say you work like a pipe from every single factory in the country into a,
What is the low proximity
or the
magnetic
LPMDS.
distortion system? Using 32 will be distributed across all points, allowing for cargo and personnel to seamlessly pass through.
Okay,
their
is it like a
designated
teleportation thing? Like we can get all of these to
Yeah,
just,
so
like
they made a safe thing so you can just again pretty much
teleport to
essentially
California?
shortcut
Crazy.
around the world.
That's crazy.
While our current threshold is limited in scale, future models will be able to span entire rooms, allowing for the transfer of
This seems like
larger
such a
vessels
bad
and
idea.
equipment.
Also, though, humans are so metal. Capitalism is so fucked that, like, imagine there's this horrifying fucking dimension, and then eventually the monsters are just like, we got we got gentrified out of our own hellscape.
They gentrified.
And the
back
reason
rooms.
why was because they realized that it would help with logistics. They could make more
That's
money.
That's so
It's
funny.
like so ridiculous. You know what I
I
mean?
love it. I love it. Dude,
Like, imagine like one of those big monsters just tries to hit one of the trucks, and they just run it over.
I wonder, like, this is just my normal human brain kicking in, but like, if you started carving into one of those pillars, would you find something, or is it hollow, or is it?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, there's actually a lot of like limitless energy, limitless storage,
resources,
all
yeah.
the resource. Like, we're gonna just
We
break
never
a
need.
wall down and see. Is it also
More-
does it heal itself? Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, let's say
yeah.
you go in there and you break a wall. Does the wall just get repaired somehow? Like,
Do
we
you
don't know.
like if it isn't actively observed? Does it just like quote unquote respawn?
Exactly. Well, I wonder too. Like, I'm sure like there's a lot of people who are so like way smarter than us, way better than us for this kind of shit. The government just comes to it's like, you want to know about the truth? Like, we have a fucking alien
And they're
that
like,
we need. Like Arrival, for example, is a
yeah,
good
yeah.
movie for that, where it's like in Arrival,
Mhm.
like, you're a linguist. You want to actually do
Oh,
probably
dude,
the most
dude,
interesting
dude.
thing possible as a linguist, which is like decipher an alien fucking language.
Frank, I
Who's
was
gonna
right.
turn that down?
Frank,
Just a bunch of wood, and just watch this and prepare yourself because it's really freaky. Watch the square. Look at that.
The little teeny
They're
hole.
gone.
Dude, fuck that.
Wood chips is a little bit of a
imagine just
waste
like you're
of
walking
using
around. Yeah, I would not put my hand anywhere near that dude. What if it just like sucked you in? Did you ever see that video of a crab wandering too close to a deep sea pipe?
I'm just gonna
And the pipe,
No.
like the, okay, so it's just a crab living its life and wandering through the ocean, like whatever. And there's a crack in like a deep sea pipe, and the pressure between the pipe and the ocean is so insane that it's just sucking in water like crazy. And the crab just like gets a little too close, and it sucks in an entire crab through what is the equivalent of like a 1 centimeter crack in a pipe. That's what I would be worried of happening, right? Like
This
exactly
is what
that.
she fucked around and now she found out.
Like you saw that.
Amazing
That was
route to
maybe
start, though.
that was maybe 5 inches across, and a full human managed to get sucked through it.
Well, no, I think that was probably like a small hole, but she kept putting stuff through. And that probably
Oh,
made it
it expanded.
crack and
Okay,
crack and grow.
okay.
You know,
Yeah,
She was like sitting on the edge. Like, dude, imagine she's on like a sheet of ice almost,
got you.
and there's a little center hole, and she doesn't even hear the ice cracking beneath her. You know, that's
Yeah,
how I'm thinking about that.
dude, that's terrifying.
Dude, it's just crazy like that people would start walking. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I
Again,
would
I
just
think
be screaming and yelling, so hopefully someone on the
someone
other
would
side could
find
hear
you.
me, even though it wouldn't work for a while.
Dude, I'm genuinely, I'm curious if it's just human instinct to just be like, where am I? I need to get a general understanding of my surroundings.
Hello?
It should.
Like that's just your brain, like your default reptilian brain kicking into just general survival mode.
And dude, I just feel like it'd be so easy to get turned around and
Oh
lost.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So easy.
I get confused and distracted or turned around in games like Minecraft where some of the areas look the same, but just because everything's a cube, my brain freaks out. This is like my ultimate nightmare of like, I don't know where I am right now. I'd be so worried that that's just like a thing, like a, oh yeah, light switch. That's weird.
What is this?
That's even
That's
weirder.
creepy.
That's even more unsettling. What? Dude, it's like if the backrooms is like alive, right? It's like it almost understands what these locations are, well, like what they're supposed to be. Like it understands the practical use of like a chair for people, but it doesn't understand that it should be person sized.
What is that? A couch?
Yeah, it looks like a sectional.
Don't
Does she-
yell.
Does she hear something? You just said you would immediately start yelling for help.
Well, I'm saying this is me if I was in it. I'm not saying I'm making good. I
Yeah.
would be dead.
Okay.
Dude.
Oh, okay. You're saying your
But as a
decisions would not be
viewer, I
rational.
know
Yeah.
best practices. Nice couch, actually.
Very nice couch. Yeah. I didn't-
Unironically, that's a nice couch.
Dude, I think my parents have that sectional.
Hello?
Really? Color me jealous. That's a nice sectional.
Oh, cool. A dead body. Oh,
What
okay.
is
I thought
that? No,
I
that's
thought that
not
was
dead
like
body.
blood.
It's
I
just
thought
a
it was like
black
yeah.
spot.
No, I think that's a hole. I thought it was blood. Yeah, it's a hole.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
It's a
that's like
hole?
rebar. Yeah. That's like rebar. Okay, so the backrooms is made of concrete and rebar somehow.
Dude, imagine you get out of the back room, but you're in like,
The fake world, the fake Earth.
well, not even like you end up and you're like trying to think like this person was very clearly they sound American. So let's just say they're
Oh.
somewhere in the United States of America, but they get out and they're in like Spain,
France. Yeah.
they're in Zimbabwe or
Mhm,
Thailand. You know, like, and you're just like, how the
Oh.
fuck?
Do you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of that one scene in Monsters Inc. where they're just bursting through doors trying to catch each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Yeah, and they're just like France, swamp country, America, the
Dude, that used
Antarctica.
to creep me out. Like when they get stuck out with the abominable snowman.
Yep. Same feeling of just like, oh, they're trapped. Like there's how do you get a magical door back to reality? Now, is that a mirror? No, that's just like a weird lip. I like the idea of what if this is unironically just like this isn't a bug. This is like a feature of Earth. Like when God was making Earth, he needed his Halo Forge palette, so he just created the backrooms and put all of the pieces that he needed there. And whenever he needs to copy and paste a new Hobby Lobby, he's just like, all right, there we go. Those where all the assets come from.
Is there anybody here?
See, now it's getting distinctly inhuman. Like now there's no purpose to the backrooms in terms of like human scale.
Dude, I would just be getting like so frantic at this point.
Mm-hmm. Again, she sees okay, so that she says so that way, as though every
People are
direction.
surprisingly calm in these.
Yeah.
They need to have a Kane Pixels of just someone running around screaming.
Hello? What is that?
Oh, dude, that's the car. Dude,
Where is the driver?
dude, imagine how unfortunate it would be to be that guy where you're just driving down the road. Like these people stumbled into the back rooms and had the benefit of like
What the fuck happened there?
that's what happened. I think what happened was the car phased into reality, hit the ground, and then it just kept going 60 miles per hour into a wall.
Oh yeah, you're totally right. Probably it looks like it exploded.
I mean, yeah, again,
Yeah, but dude, look at that's drywall. Normally, drywall is not sturdy enough to stop
take
a car.
Yeah, you're right. Again, I think
Oh, it
these
looks
are
like it went through it a little bit.
these cars are also so old, like this era of cars. I mean, the '90s. I think cars did just have a habit of like if they got into an accident, they would
Oh,
just
dude,
explode.
somebody fucking got out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Hello? Is there someone in here? Hello? Do you need help?
Do you need help? No, you're not in any position to offer anybody help right now. Did she just have a night vision mode on her 1990s camera?
Hello?
Dude, it is so dark right now. Oh, cool.
Dude. What is that on the walls?
It looks like fucking fungus, like upside down. Yeah. It's like upside down fungus.
Is it like plant? What?
Don't go into the room, dude. Ooh, a painting. I just opened my eyes like that was going to help me see anything.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Dude, I dislike the sound of the creaking door. Oh, dude, that's a creature! Oh, she's dead.
We don't actually know if they're violent creatures, to be honest
I
with you.
think it caught the first guy and ate him alive.
How do you know that?
I mean, I guess it could have cut away and just
Did
let
you watch
him go.
Project Hail Mary?
I did.
Don't judge a book by its fucking cover, dude.
I mean, yeah, but that thing didn't.
He's trying to communicate.
I don't think he's trying to communicate. Did she just turn around? What was that? What happened?
What a bad choice.
Straight down a ramp. Yeah.
Why the fuck would you go down?
Oh, she's just going back the way she came because that's what everybody does. They're just like the first instinct is go back to where you spawned in, which seems like a bad idea in general.
I would just live on that couch until I started it.
Oh, do not jump down.
Don't jump down, you fuck.
Also, it almost looks like it feels like that thing almost set the car accident and all that stuff up to lead them to that area.
Wow, you really dead set on these creatures being evil.
I'm dead set on these creatures being sentient somehow.
Now she's in pools.
Oh, she got to the next level, you're right. Oh, it is pools. Hey, you have fresh water here. Or I guess it's yeah, can you drink pool water? Well,
It was chlorinated, but I mean, if you were dying of thirst, I would rather drink that than dirty water.
yeah, but like is chlorinated water
Sure, it's
like
not good for you.
Yeah, okay.
You're not supposed to drink it.
I wonder if it has
Dude, that thing's fast
physical
as fuck.
Yeah, but I wonder if it has the physical like fine motor reflexes to be able to climb a ladder.
We got a jump. Nice jump. The pool area is kind of cool, actually. Like, I don't want to be in any of this, but if I ended up having to be stuck somewhere, the pool area you could swim at least.
You're like, yeah, at least I can take a load off every once in a while.
Just float.
Okay, now my brain would be going, what happens if I get to a dead
Fuck.
end?
She's stuck.
Like, can it get through here?
Also, though, way to just stay in direct plain sight. Like, fucking hide on the wall so that if it looks in that way, it can't see you.
I don't even understand what's happening here. What?
Maybe that's what happens to you when you're trapped there. You just eventually become one of those things.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe that was the driver. got out and then became that
Like
weird.
he just died in a corner, and with time, that's just what your cells do in the background, back rooms. Dude, I don't know if it's just the fact that I didn't exist at the time, but there's something almost optimistic about America in the 90s. What is that? Is that a fucking... No fishing this side. Dude, I genuinely don't know why anybody would have bought a camcorder in the 90s. Like, is it even worse? Is it even worth recording your memories if they all look like this? Dude, do you want to know my conspiracy theory? Okay, I don't understand graveyards.
What do you mean?
That's all.
God.
No, I know, I get that part, but like, what? How the fuck do graveyards never fill up? How do they never empty? Why do I never see new graveyards being formed, even though there's so many more of us? Which means I assume way more of us are dying. Also, I still am trying to figure out the actual connection to the
one has
Backrooms.
lost the plot for me a little.
This one is just like, hey, isn't 90s America 90s America? And I'm waiting for them to be like, now we could put all of this inside the Backrooms. Oh, is it just gonna zoom in? That's hilarious. It's just gonna zoom into a scary dark corner of a normal looking room. Oh no, dude, that's the picture. Dude, that's the picture that she came across.
Oh,
But what does that mean? What does that mean? I got chills in that last one. I'm not gonna lie. Like at the very end.
yeah, it saved it a little bit.
Yeah.
'Cause I was like, what the hell is this?
What is going on? But like, just again, Kane Pixel just knows how to do the
How many
slow
more are
burn.
there overall?
There are 22 in total in this playlist, with all of the secret ones and the description and the hidden unlisted videos. There are 22 in total in this playlist, with all of the secret ones and the description and the hidden unlisted videos. I think there are a total of 10 to 12 like official Backrooms, like this style video where it's like 13 minutes plus 9
Gotcha.
to yeah.
Gotcha,
But that was the first half of the Backrooms catalog right now, covering just the beginning of the Backrooms back in the early 2022, I believe, all the way up until... Wow, actually, this one's still pretty old. These all came out in 2022, which is shocking to me, especially since the trailer now is coming out in 2026 with the movie airing soon. But do you have any closing thoughts that you'd like to share, Frank?
I would say overall, this is a case in point of why it's my favorite analog horror. The quality of that is so good.
I think this also is why the internet exists. I would say the Backrooms and Iron Lung are the epitome of what the democratization of creativity has done for humanity. And again, that sounds like holier than thou and big brained or whatever. But the fact that Markiplier played an indie video game and loved it to the extent that he himself funded an indie movie and got that into theaters and had it be critically and financially successful is a testament to the direction that I think we're heading in for media, where like you no longer have to go through the traditional barriers of Hollywood or even television in order to make something like the Backrooms movie, like Iron Lung, or plenty of the much smaller like Project. I say much smaller. Project Hail Mary had a budget of $200 million, but it was like an original story, an original concept that creatives were really allowed to just push an idea forward. I would say Project Hail Mary, I don't know how much you know about it, is more, you brought it up earlier, more similar to Arrival than anything any other movie, sci-fi movie I've come across. And the Backrooms is probably the best evolution of what Slender Man could have been in the 2000 teens, where it popped off and everything about it screamed it should have been picked up by Hollywood, it should have gotten a TV show and a movie. But by the time all of those things did, it was 8 years removed from the popularity of Slender Man, and all of the controversy around him was bubbling over, which meant, and the movie was also bad, which did not help. But Kane Pixel, being the original creative of this Backrooms universe, being taken up and given the opportunity to make something like an actual Hollywood movie, is a testament to just ingenuity and creativity, I'd like to say.
For sure. I feel like we're seeing a new paradigm of filmmaking a little bit, where like, you know, a lot of these things which kind of felt like weird, like one-off memes, are actually becoming major Hollywood successes.
Franchises,
And
yeah.
it's exciting because so much of the conversation is about how, like, you know, cinema's dying, Netflix
Yeah.
is killing it, this, that, and next. So it's just cool to see the, like, you know, it's not dying, it's evolving and changing, you know, we just,
I
we don't
would say,
ultimately know what it's going to look like, you know?
Mhm. I would say when people say like, "Oh, movie theaters and cinema are dying," again, every single time they talk about that, it's in reference to old media. It's in reference to
Mhm.
Hollywood. It's in reference to like MGM Studios and Paramount and these like 50 to 100-year-old legacy brands. Where again, I'm not saying it's bad that they're just making normal Hollywood movies. Plenty of
Yeah.
normal Hollywood movies are successful and continue to breathe new life into genre fiction and literary drama and all that stuff. Like we're about to get the Odyssey, dude, and I'm sure that movie's going to be phenomenal from Christopher Nolan, right? But the fact that all of that stuff still exists and is being contended with by like individuals, small teams, indie or using gaming terminology, double A studios. Like I would say, even though A24 is quite literally $1 billion studio, they are really punching above their pay grade in terms of going up against someone like Disney, right? Like
Yeah.
we're at a point now where, you know, like Avengers Doomsday is coming out this year, and we still don't know the release date of it because they're so worried about having it contend with Christopher Nolan's Odyssey that they're waiting to see what their release date is so they can avoid it, right? That's a shift, and again, it's Nolan, but that's a shift from just 5 years ago where Disney /
Mhm.
Marvel could just pump out an Avengers movie and it would destroy anything that even remotely came close to it.
Yeah, true. It was cool though when at the height of the Avengers, like I saw the Marvels, like, dude, that was a cool era.
That was because that was the beginning. Sorry, that was the only real example of a like a monoculture hype moment that we got to live through as adults. Like Avengers Endgame, I think was the last time like literally the entire planet was anticipating something. I think Dune 3 is the closest right now in terms of just like the biggest thing that everyone is going to be talking about at the same time. Even that I
Mhm.
don't think is going to reach the extent of Avengers Endgame
I
just
don't
because
think
of
so either.
the cultural capital that Avengers just carried going into Endgame.
Yeah, it just
Uh
had more mass appeal.
yeah, but
But hey,
that
this
was
was a good app, dude. Glad to be a part of it.
I'd like to thank my friend Frank for joining me during this deep dive. I'd like to have him back for the second half of the Backrooms episodes, and we'll probably end up watching those leading into the movie, and then we'll check out the trailers together just so we can get our impressions and reactions to them before hopefully getting a nice review of the movie out whenever it releases in the coming months. Thank you for joining us at Our Haunted Nostalgia. Again, if you want to recommend something for us to check out, whether it be a stupid analog horror franchise like The Moon Woke Up or The Backrooms, or something along the lines of our original concepts like the Mothman or the Jersey Devil, reach us at ourhauntednostalgia@gmail.com. Leave us a review everywhere you listen to us, and join us next month for hopefully the Backrooms, maybe something else, depending on if my co-host Adam is starting to feel a little bit better. Thank you all, and see you soon.